I made an earlier video this time around about not being afraid to ask your divorce attorney questions of the most basic kind when you're coming into contact with the legal system for the first time in a divorce action. Don't be afraid to ask those simple questions, those questions that may make you look a little ignorant or that you're embarrassed to ask, because as I mentioned in that video, the sooner you do that, the better handle you're going to get on your case, and your attorney will be able to work more effectively with you because you're not acting ignorantly as you were before. So while you can't ask a lot of stupid questions and take up a lot of your attorney's time, if you don't understand the way something's working, or if you have some misconceptions or some preconceptions about how you think the whole system works, go ahead and ask those questions, and let's dispel some of those myths and some of those misunderstandings so that you can do a better job and be more effective and more efficient. One of the best ways you can do that also is not only to ask some questions, but to educate yourself. So go ahead and read some articles about divorce. Now, there's a lot of self-serving articles out there by lawyers that are trying to sell you things. Make sure that you don't spend too much time on those, although there is some value to finding out just how slick some of the sales pitches are. You'll begin to recognize them rather quickly after you read just a few lawyer blogs or websites, because they are typically more or less the same. What I'm talking about most importantly is understanding the divorce process. So go ahead and go to the library and check out some books on the subject, or some articles that you can find online, or things like that. Go ahead and buy a book off of Amazon or at a store. Those sorts of things are going to give you a much better idea of how the law applies, what the law is, and what your options are. If you think that divorce law is fairly intuitive and just should follow common sense, or your version of common sense, you're likely going to be rather surprised. It's rather counterintuitive, quite honestly. And so the sooner that you can dispel those misconceptions, the more time you'll be able to spend productively working on your case within the confines of the law to make it as strong as it can be under the circumstances.